Sure, you wanted a bigger share of the inheritance. You aren't fooling anyone.
Oh, the mess. Just look at the mess that I'll have to clean.
Oh, please. Stop thinking of yourself for once.
Well, you're one to talk, you two-bit hussy.
Just who do you think you are? You better remember who you are talking to, Missy.
I know exactly who I'm talking to, and I'm not finished with you yet.
Oh boy, there they go again.
Please stop. A man has been murdered. And everyone thinks I did it. I am innocent.
You don't look innocent to me.
You don't look innocent to me either.
Well, I, for one, happen to believe you. And it's high time that the real killer be exposed. Wouldn't you all agree?
Like you would be some kind of expert? That'll be the day.
If someone has some ideas on what to do, I would really like to know them. Being in a room with a dead body gives me the chills.
Why don't we retire to the library?
Yes, let's everyone. Connie, get your behind in gear and get some hors d'oeuvres and drinks out here on the double.
I don't see what we're going to accomplish in here. We've already caught the scoundrel in the act.
I am innocent, I tell you. I was once accused of stealing a canoe, and I never lived that down either. Oh, woe is me. I wish I had never responded to that letter from Charles Blackthorne. I don't want his money. He was just a nice old man and I only wanted to say hello.
Sure, like we'd believe that.
You drove a long, long way just to say hello. I'm sure millions of dollars had nothing to do with it.
Actually, Mr. Blackthorne was very affectionate regarding our Mr. Walter Phineas Pinhead. I thought it very strange, since I knew of no biological relationship whatsoever.
Where is that lazy housekeeper of mine? Connie, where are the drinks? Lazy, cranky, just can't get good help anymore.
I am so sick and tired of you and your demands. If you think I'm waiting on you hand and foot after everything that's happened...
This has gone on long enough. The time has come to unmask the real killer. Time to lay the cards all on the table. You may all think that I was demoted to groundskeeper from butler, but that was actually a plan hatched by myself and Mr. Blackthorne.
That's correct. You see, Charles Blackthorne was always haunted by the thought that there was a curse on his family. All of his loved ones kept dying, but Winthrop suspected they might have had some help, and then word got out that Pinhead might be a possible blood heir and biological grandson of Charles Blackthorne. That was what John Doe was going to sell Charles for a tidy sum of money, and none of you wanted that to happen.
I didn't know.
So they consulted me and we made a list of all the suspects. And that's all of you here in this room. We laid a trap with Pinhead as bait. All of you had a reason to get close to Charles because you wanted his wealth.
I would never do anything like that. I thought Charles Blackthorne was always generous with funding my research.
Yes, but you thought he was going to cut you off. And he was, too.
But I loved Uncle Charles. He was always good to me.
But he wasn't going to pay for any more of your gambling debts. He was going to make you stand on your own 2 feet, and you were jealous of Pinhead.
What about me? Why would I want to kill members of the Blackthorne family?
Because you thought you might just work your way into Charles's bedroom and get the inheritance that way. You didn't want anything to interfere with your jet-set lifestyle.
Oh, my poor brother. I'll bet Cyan is just as guilty. She is the one who kept Lady Renee out of Charles's bedroom. If anything, she is the one who is probably guilty. How about it, Cyan? Did you kill Maggie too? How about Charles's daughter? Why, you little harlot! You!
Hey now, simmer down there. Don't be picking on my little sister like that.
Well, sis, I guess you let the cat out of the bag. That's right, everyone. Connie and I are sisters, and we are working together. We are private detectives hired by Charles Blackthorne to set up this little sting. Ha ha ha.
Why don't you introduce your boss?
I think I'll do the honors, sir. These two little fellas work for me. My real name is Gordon, and my detective firm is Gordon's Cherubs.
Yes, when Charles and I hatched this plan, we used the fact that all of you would come to the mansion thinking that there would be lots of money in it for you. All of you, except Pinhead, found out in some form or fashion that John Dow had evidence that Pinhead was a biological grandson. We hired Gordon's Cherubs to assist us in determining the identity of the killer.
Digit, Connie and Cyan would also act as bodyguards, while Winthrop would supposedly be demoted to groundskeeper. But this would enable Winthrop to keep an eye on things outside. We just didn't figure that the murderer would go after John Doe. We figured the murderer would go after Pinhead.
So, after everyone arrived, I blew up the bridge to make sure that no one would get away. Then, we waited for the murderer to make his move.
We know that it was you, Phyllis. Throughout the years, you were jealous that Charles was the favoured son and got the family business. It didn't matter that he always took care of you. It was never enough.
Don't harangue her. With the will in place, the terms are solid. We'll just proceed as Charles outlined in the will.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't think Charles was in his right mind when he wrote that will. He sounded crazy to me. And there isn't any proof that Pindweeb is a blood relative. So that money should come to me. I will contest that will. It will be mine. Mine! Mine! Besides, you can't prove anything. It's all supposition on your part. Now, I want all of you to get out of my house. I don't care if it's raining or if the bridge has blown up. Get out!
Well, Phyllis, I didn't want to admit it. They were right. It was you. I witnessed it from my secret hallways. I wanted to be wrong all these years.
Oh no! It's the voices! Always the voices! Make the voices stop! Make the voices stop! Oh, please make the voices stop!
I want to apologize, Pinhead. It was the only way to get justice for my Maggie and my family. We had to find out who was the killer. You were never really in any danger. We weren't able to save John Doe, but good riddance to him. Your family, Pinhead. My business needs an heir, and it's yours if you want it.
Well, let me think. I'll need to check back with video friends.
Next time I get to play the pampered princess.
No way! You aren't pretty enough.
When I finish with your face, we'll see who's pretty and who isn't.
Hey, Winthrop, can I just leave them with you?